Hello guys, so in this video we will learn how can we add Excel data from an Excel file. So for example, sometimes you might get a situation where you have just an Excel file or a CSV file or any kind of table that have X and Y data or lat and long data, and you need to show this data on the map and you need to convert this data to a feature class. So we will do that right now, and we will see how can we convert an Excel file to a shapefile or a feature class, and how we can do the opposite if you want to convert your shapefile into an Excel file to share it with someone. So let's create a new map by go to the insert, and we will add new map, and we will call this map, we have to go to the properties, and we will call it add XY. We'll say OK, and here we have an empty map with just the base map. On our course data folder, you will find a folder called add X and Y. When you open it, you will see an Excel file, and when we open this Excel file, you will see that we have some address information for some houses in Texas state, and we also have the X and Y values for it. So here we have the street name, we have the street number, we have the city, state, zip code, county, and all the information that we need for the address, but also we have these two values here, and this is the one that's going to help us to create a feature class using this data right here. Also, this same Excel file, we will use it later to create address locator or J-coding using this data. But right now, our focus will be to add this X and Y data to our map. So let's go to ArcGIS Pro. So now we will go and right click here and say add data, and we will go to the location where is our Excel file is in our course data folder, and we will open it. And here, if you have different sheets inside the Excel file, so as you see here we have one sheet called Texas. If you have multiple, it will show you this multiple sheets right here. So we only have this one, so we will choose it, and it will add it here as a table. If you open this table, you will see that you have the same data you have in the Excel file, and also we have the lat and long right here, and we will use this data to convert it to shapefile or a feature class. So to do that, let's close the table and right click on the table right here and say display X and Y data. So when I click here, it will show me what is the sheet it will be used and what is the output name it will be added. So let's change this output name to Texas addresses, and it will be saved in our project geodatabase, which is California geodatabase that have been created for us when we created this project. Of course, you can save it in any other geodatabase if you want. You just need to choose where you want to save it, and you can name your output feature class however you want. Here ArcGIS Pro automatically chose the longitude to be the X field and the latitude to be the Y field. If you have your field named in a different way, or if you have the X and Y data in another field, you can choose it from here, from any field exist in your Excel sheet. So we will keep the default, we don't have Z value, and we will keep the coordinate system the same way, and this is a coordinate system that our project is using. So we'll say OK. We're gonna take a few seconds, and once it's done, you will see that we will see all the locations for the houses. I think they are a little bit more than 3,000, and we can come here and change the symbol quickly. And let's say I want to choose it to be just a regular circle or triangle, and we will make it blue and a little bit smaller. Say OK. We can close this. So now we have our address locations shown on the map using the X and Y data. And this layer here is a feature class created in our geodatabase. So if we go to open the catalog view, you will see that we have this Texas feature class we just created exist in our geodatabase right in California geodatabase right here. You will see that we have a new feature class created using this X and Y data. And if we go back to our map and we view the attribute table, you will see that you have all the data that exists in your Excel file, and an object ID and a shape column automatically created for this feature class. And when you identify or open the pop-up for any feature, you will see that you have the same data for this specific feature, and now you can work on this layer as a regular feature class, but it's have been converted from the Excel file to a feature class. So this is how you can convert Excel sheet to a feature class. So now we will do the opposite. So for example, if you have a feature class that you created and you added the data on ArcGIS Pro, and for example, someone need to have this information or this attribute table, but they also want to have the X and Y data, you need to make sure that your attribute table contain the X and Y or the lat and long data. If your feature class doesn't have the lat and long, make sure to create 2 more fields and do calculate geometry for this field before you do the export from a feature class to a table. So the way to do the conversion from a feature class to a table, we will go to the View ribbon and we will open Geoprocessing and we will search for Excel. Here you have the option to convert Excel to a table, and this one you will give it an Excel and it will convert it to an ArcGIS table for you, and it will add it to your content here. But the option we want to do right now is table to Excel. So we will open this one and we will choose our table or our feature class. So here we have the Texas address, which is this one, and I'll choose this one, and you choose the output location. The output location will be in our course data folder, and it will be named Texas addresses underscore table to Excel. You can name it however you want. You can use the field alias as a column if you checked this one. If you didn't check it, it will use the name of the field as the header, not the alias. So it's better to check this one just to make sure that you have the alias of the field as the header field instead of the name. And if you have domains, you can show the domains as well. And once you click run, it will take a few seconds and it will create the Excel file in your folder where we defined it. So we will go to our folder right here, and here we have our file. If you open it, you will see that you have the same data you have from your feature class. And as you see here, we have the alias of the fields at the top, and we also have the object ID. So that's how you can convert Excel file to feature class or feature class to Excel file, and how you can view any X and Y or lat and long data in an Excel file on your map and do the opposite. And as you see, you can do it through the content window by add data and right click and say add X and Y, or you can open the geoprocessing window and do this process. So that's it for this video, and of course if you have any questions, let me know, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.